She got the job and she's going to be making $100,000 a year. The only problem is her ex from 5 years ago is the boss of the company.
So man, I know a lot of y'all been asking, yo, what do you drink when you actually make videos? So I drink whiskey when I record at night and coffee when I record in the morning or daytime. It's pretty much it. Tonight, ABK6, VSOP. If y'all have any recommendations on what bottle to try, one of your favorites, leave it in the comment, and I'll definitely have to check it out and add it to the list. But let's just get into the video.
In this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Oh, wait. No, wait. Well, don't tell me the reasons are. Do women make less than men for doing the same work?
No, because...
Wow.
Well,
hold on. The man's trying to tell you, you're going to stop this man, interrupt this man, and tell him, don't tell me the reasons. He's trying to tell you the reasons why y'all make that amount of money. Let's just check it out.
Okay,
well, for example, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more flexible
professions. Listen, this is not a math is hard.
No. Yes, it is, actually.
No, it isn't.
Well,
No, listen.
All right, let Rachel frame it, though, the way
Rachel,
right now, women are making 77 cents on the dollar for what men are making.
But that's not true. If so,
all right, let Rachel make her point.
Every greedy businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%. And I love how passionate you are. I wish you were as right about what you're saying as you are passionate about it. I really do. For example, may I share one fact with you? When you look at, for example, single women working in America today between the ages of, I think, 40 and 64, who makes more, men or women, on average? Men make $40,000 a year. Women make 47. When you take out the marriage factor, look at some economics. My point here is that we're manufacturing a political crisis.
Man, this is when you bring, you really just not on to the debate. I mean, she was really dead on, straight up serious on this 77 cents or whatever it may be. Like, you gotta bring your A game, man, because really you're just missing out on a lot of facts, man. Hey, a lot of statistics cover, there's reasons behind that. And it comes down to professions. I can't even get into the laundry list of professions that men usually do to make more money than women, especially the trades, heavy lifting jobs. Let's just face it, heavy lifting jobs, when you're physically able to do these things, and women necessarily can't perform physically to do these things, they can't get paid that much. So you add that to the statistics, it's not going to happen. That's the reason why. And I mean, not to knock on the WNBA, but they just recently released Caitlin Clark's and Angel Reese's salary, and they're not making anywhere close. I mean, on average, like $75,000, $80,000 a year to play in the WNBA for their rookie contract. Let that be the male who's physically capable of doing more things on the court. You get my picture, guys.
In China, if you're a woman, single, and over 30, you are called 剩女, which means leftover woman in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 羅底橙, 賣剩蔗, and 攝做辣, which means orange at the bottom of the basket, the sugar cane that didn't get sold, and the thing used for filling the gap of the stove.
What? If you are getting called the thing that fills the gap in the stove, oh man, I don't know. I'm so goofed out by that. Everything falls in the little gap from the stove to the counter, man. That's like the pit of doom, man. And you pretty much getting called the pit of doom that catches all the leftover trash.
But if you're a man, single, and over 30, you are called 钻石王老五, which means a diamond bachelor in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you're called 笋盘, which means quality real estate.
Man, dude, they are not playing no games over here in Oriental Asia. Oriental Asia, they do not play any games, bro. If you ain't trying to get married super early, you're done for, man. 30, 35, you're literally getting called leftover. That is a thing that happens over there from my recent research. And it is crazy because, man, you watch some of the Passport Bro clips And these guys are over there, and you get dads, I mean, at these public places, literally trying to push their daughters, of age daughters, trying to marry you. They don't even know you. Like, you just some guy walking in the crowd that you're obviously painted as a tourist, and you're like, might be interested in seeing someone there. Marry my daughter, please. Marry my daughter, please. And it's crazy, and I know that's not the whole country that's doing it, but it's crazy how in select little cultures and demographics, that's just what it is, and it blows me away. And you get literally women jumping into your lap, begging you to marry them over there. Like, we see where the names come from.
China, if you're over 25, you are expired in the dating market. You are called a 剩女, leftover woman.
A what?
A leftover woman. After 25, you can't be picky anymore. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend. Imagine China is Leonardo DiCaprio.
China is Leo.
The whole China is Leo.
I dare you to say this in America. You go up to American girls and say, you're 25, it's done.
You are already done for Leo.
They would hate that policy.
They do. In China, they do that.
How come you never say anything when they come up with the 25? Why don't you say that's how we do it in China?
Exactly. I wanted to do that. Let me talk about it. I think Leo is just following Chinese culture. Maybe he eat too much dim sum. He went to Mr. Chow too many times. He just have the Chinese standard. You're over 25, you're expired.
Oh man, that's crazy to see. I mean, it's weird to us in this culture, but that's pretty much the norm over there. And let's just face it, China has a lot of people living there, dog. They have extreme competition over there, bro. And when it hones down to respect, values, and culture, man, they do not play. They do not play. Japan, Chinese, Vietnamese, they do not play with traditional culture, bro. I promise you. And the reason why I knew that, man, because, man, I grew up, I'm biracial. And a little part of me is Vietnamese, man. And to be honest with you, if I was not smart at math, if I was not putting my best effort into executing academics at a high level, yeah, bro, I would be getting chastised and punished all the time, man. I literally had to stand up for myself, first of all, with being one, at least top 10 student in the whole damn school, and really prove myself in the family. Because I mean, you just can't have a Vietnamese background or a Chinese background, a Japanese background, and you don't perform. Like, you get shunned upon, man. You get rocks thrown at you.
I took 5 guys in one night. At the same time? Not at the same time. This is the crazy part. They didn't know that I was taking turns on each of them, because I would just be the one that was awake, and then I'd wait for him to fall asleep, and then I'd move on to one of his friends. And I did this with the whole group.
Oh my God.
In one night, yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So were you just taking them to a separate room to them, or were you?
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, every single guy, I did something different, because this, I just wanted to explore, and I was making each guy do something different with me. So
even the streets wouldn't even have air there.
Man, this is wild, because I like the caption. The caption says she would be a wife to one of you in the future. Throw up emoji. And dog, she, just generally looking at her, she is like incognito, undercover, and you won't get the vibes. Like, you listen to her talk, her mannerisms, the way she's explaining the story, her general, like, she can get by. She's gonna fool an unlucky guy. She is gonna fool an unlucky guy, and she is gonna live the life that she has a low body count. She never did anything wild. She did this. She was a daddy's girl. Life is good, and someone's gonna believe her. She's probably a gifted liar, a very gifted liar. That's just very unfortunate for that guy.
Okay, fellas, let me say this. Some of you need to start checking the Carfax on some of the women that you're dating. And what I'm saying is, if her mother or the woman who raised her is a 3 or 4, promiscuous, difficult to deal with, or if her mother condescends or talks down or lashes out at the man that she's dealing with, the probability of the woman you're dealing with doing the same thing long term is probably pretty high. You need to analyze.
Ooh, they're not ready for that. You throwing people mamas in the mix now. They're not ready for that conversation. If your mom's a tosser or a flipper, the odds are her daughter's gonna be tossers and flippers. Let's jump into it.
Realize that most of us, not all of us, are a product of our environment. So that is learned behavior. That is something that she's been taught and something that she sees. So, and with that being said, I think it is so important to meet the family because they're going to tell you everything you want to know. So if her family says, hey, she's a little high maintenance, she's difficult to deal with, she likes to fight, and you're like, oh no, I can handle it, because you think it's just cute and you think you can change that woman or that you can keep her calm, it's going to come back and bite you. So some of the things that you analyze when you meet the family and you understand how she's raised is going to show you in the very beginning the red flags that you need to avoid.
You know what, man? Wow. It wasn't rich. She said check the Carfax on you. Check the history of the woman that you're dating, man. And it is so true, man. She mentioned a few things that I personally say in my vernacular, I have in my vocabulary bank, and it's one of she's a product of her environment, or he's a product of his environment. And it's crazy because this is so true. This is very true. All right, let's just paint the whole picture here. You're dating someone whose mom is known actively to be in the streets. You don't think that the apple falls far from the tree, and that the examples given to her on how to be a proper woman is gonna carry on? Like, she's not gonna be trying to replicate that or emulate that in any way, because she's gonna hold her mom as an idol most of the time. Yes, that's gonna happen. All right, let's flip the script just a little bit further. You take a woman whose mom's been in a long-lasting marriage. If your girl's parents have been married for 20, 30 years, you don't think that their daughter is gonna want the same thing? That's gonna be her standard. Like, I don't know what's going on. We're gonna fight. We fighting to be together for 20, 30 years. Like, we believe in long-term marriages in this family. This is everybody in my family. You don't think that's gonna carry on? That with this one that you're dating, it will. She's gonna want to have long-lasting, healthy relationships because it's throughout her family. And to be honest, that woman probably does not want to be the one woman that is not married or has a failed marriage in a short period of time, because it would probably destroy her. You know, if everybody else in her family is having these long, healthy relationships, and she's the one off, the black sheep. Just saying.
The entire body of a woman is the creator of life. I'm sorry.
That's false.
The ass, everything. We create life.
No. Let me correct you. Women bring about life. Men create life. In my nutsack right now, I got 80 billion life forms living in me. Your eggs are dead until a man puts life form in you. Furthermore, you only have an X chromosome. Men hold the X and the Y chromosome. So we also dictate the sex of the baby. So you should be thanking your father for creating you, because your mother only brought you to term. But your father is your creator.
He's a legitimate super.
Ooh, I had to go and look at a little bit of research to definitely confirm and make sure that we on the right track. But homie was spitting facts, man. You know, basically, if you look at biology, men are responsible for 50% of the DNA that's written. Women, they are the canvas, pretty much, right? Just imagine a woman being a book. You start this story, a nice fine book, right? You're trying to get this, you're just trying to get it together, but you really can't get started. All right, you got everything you need, but you just can't finish it. For some reason, you have writer's block. But a man comes along, gives you all the necessary information that you need to complete a masterpiece. Children are born. Hope my analogy was all right.
I have a question. My girlfriend makes $70,000 at her current job. She went to a job interview today. She calls me and tells me she got the job and she's going to be making $100,000 a year. The only problem is her ex from 5 years ago is the boss of the company. I tell her it's gonna make me uncomfortable knowing that she's gonna be around him all day, every day. I tell her if she takes the job, I'm leaving because I know I'm not gonna be able to handle it. If she loves me and wants to stay with me, she's not gonna take the job and she's gonna go somewhere else. My question is, am I doing too much? Does that make me insecure? If you were her, what would you do?
First of all, we're just gonna say, yeah, man, I'm not gonna answer that if I'm a man. I can't answer that if I was her. So I can't really finish your last part. But basically, man, you're giving her a guilty verdict before anything has happened, dog. Like, you really, you know, hey, you're being kind of insecure right now. Your girl's literally getting the bag right now, bro. You cock blocking the bag at this point. And what I'm saying is, she hasn't done anything to gain your distrust. She hasn't done anything to make you unhappy so far. And I think your own self-worries is going to be your own self-destruction, excuse me. And don't let this eat you up. Move with some confidence. Your girl might be standing on business. If you're doing your thing and everything you're supposed to be doing, hey, if things happen, I mean, damn, dog. You know, you put her in an environment to fold. I get it. That's one thing. But she hasn't folded yet. All right. She actually even came to you and said and explained the situation to you. That means she actually honestly respects your, you know, hey, look, enough to say, paint the whole picture to you. Like, yo, look, I'm getting offered this. I took it, but I want to let you know this. This is what's going on. It's a lot of money. And she didn't even have to tell you that if she didn't really want to, bro. She could probably lied about her salary and everything and just been all that. But she was forefront and telling you everything. I mean, look, as a man, you know, you just can't just write your girl off just so quickly, man. Just have some faith in her, like, you know, especially if she get in the bag, man. I'm just saying. In today's world, $30,000 is pretty much a full-time job for someone in the you know, maybe in the fast food industry that's not working. They working full-time hours. That's what they're doing right now. She's pretty much an upgrade of a whole full-time job, you know, just doing normal stuff. So my answer is, man, don't slam her with a guilty verdict yet. Still be cautious if that's your gut feeling, because yo, we're guys, we're gonna have that gut feeling. But if she's standing on business and getting the bag, that's a big reward for you, man, in the long run. Just saying.
I don't know any of you all, but now y'all want to start this soft guy era, this drizzle drizzle movement, right? Listen, any man that's comfortable with the woman coming out of her purse or her pocket spending money on you, understand this, you'll do the same with a man.
And why is you worried about it? You need to be worried about that young filter not matching that senior citizen voice, Gertrude.
Oh man, shots fired. Pew pew pew. Drizzle drizzle, baby. Hey, look, real talk. This is something I've noticed just being around people, networking, being in, you know, in the social atmosphere. If you're talking to a woman, you're a little bit maybe on the fence about her age and you're trying to figure it out. Face, voice, everything up here is screaming, damn, young, in shape. But something about her voice and the way she carries herself is a little off. Look at her hands and neck, everything. You're not looking for an Adam's apple, my guy, but you're looking at these soft wrinkles that might be present, right? And most of the time, I promise you, it's hard to hide this. But you can't hide the wrinkles in your hands, your fingers. That work history is there. You can't hide it, dog. Like, I promise you, you look at it, a woman comes off and you're thinking that, man, she might be 30, 40, but she low-key like 50, 55. And her hands would definitely show her age. It's really hard for a woman to cover that up. I mean, just think about it. Look at her hands. I promise you. I promise you, you're going to think about it one day. You're going to be looking at somebody's hands one day. You can be like, damn, coffee and whiskey was right, man. She is older than what she appears.
This a throwback question, but I gotta ask. Ladies, she grab your man booty. What y'all doing?
I don't think a lot of men is going to be asking what you doing grabbing me, bro. I don't even think a lot of men gonna be checking her, bro. Like, let's to be honest, man. She's strong built. I'm just saying she probably can handle her own at this point, though. But look, thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm very just happy that you made it this far. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. All right, please do. It only helps support the channel in the long run. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I can't be thankful enough. Again, hit that button, hit that notification sound, like, leave a comment for the algorithm. Again, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video.